This video is one for you strong men out there. I'm Sebastian from Performance Place. We're going to have Scott from East Coast, West Coast come on and coach you guys on some variations of log pressing, or at least some painful things that we oftentimes find with log pressing, and maybe some ways to get around it. We're going to cover other videos like this in the YouTube channel as well, so make sure to subscribe. They will come out in the future. So here's Scott to go over the technique, and if you stay tuned, I'll cover how to mitigate some of those problems if they do happen at the very end.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the log press and common issues that lifters and strongmen will see from different technical flaws that they have on their both clean and on their setup. So on the clean, you'll see a lot of guys start to actually kind of more curl the log up. So when they come up onto their lap, they actually physically try to like curl the log up into their press position. But this often causes a lot of bicep tears or a lot of brachioradialis problems and a lot of different tendonitis in the elbow. So we like to use that more of a continental variation where you pull it up into your lap and then pin it and then clean it up instead of trying to use momentum or that fast rapid hip extension and then into a curl. So that's a common mistake that you see, or a problem that you see in strongman that will eventually over time cause like a repetitive stress issue in that elbow joint. So that's one of the issues that you'll see on the log. Another issue that you'll see on the log is lower back pain. So when you get the log finally into the rack position, this load is going to bear down on the lumbar. And then when you get up over your head, the moment arm is even longer. So you're putting all that stress and pressure on your lower back. So these are all common problems that strongmen have with both the bicep or the elbow pain as well as lumbar pain. And then probably the last issue or that you'll see is shoulder pain. And a lot of that comes from tight pecs and tight anterior delts. So not having the mobility to actually drive those shoulders through like this. A lot of lifters can only lock out, in front of their head because they have no flexibility in their delts. So you'll see those issues too. And then I'd say probably the last issue that you'll see in lifters is the repetitive stress that they get from doing a lot of push jerks. So it's that repetitive stress from this movement, the rapid knee flexion to extension to flexion again. And when they do it over and over again, they end up getting a lot of probably patellar tendonitis from the constant overuse and repetition. So Dr. Sebastian will probably give you guys some good tips on how to work with those joint problems that you're getting from the movement.
Now, Scott just went over the variations and problems that people get with some of these types of log pressing. We have other videos coming, by the way, that are about the knee, the low back, not necessarily the elbow, so I'll cover the elbow right now. But those other videos, I want you to just subscribe to the channel and just wait for them to come. It's going to be more detailed than going over like 30 minutes worth of a video at this point in time. As for the elbow, the repetitive pulling, that low pulling, the lat pulling that he mentioned, that's going to be hard to get away from. I mean, we can say we can do things like tissue work on the area, like self-massage, which I don't mind people do. They kind of grab here and just kind of extend, just like throwing the fishing line, if you will. And it's helpful and it feels good. But at the same time, you're almost getting the best workout you've ever had on your brachioradialis and biceps because you're almost isolating a movement there. And so if you want to stop getting sore there, then you need to change your technique. I know there could be all these fancy things to do like icing and heating and so on, but the fact of the matter is this is a technique issue. You're using your smaller muscle groups to do something that you could easily use larger groups to do. So consider just going over the video that we have coming up, which is how to lap a log, which will really help you out with reducing a lot of this here. Scott will show in that video full detail of how to get away from from really curling this log up. So subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Scott's channel. I'll see you guys next time.